If you ever go looking for the last game in a system's library, it's almost always a sports game. Inevitably, some sports video game franchise has an engine laying around, and they can crank out yearly installments for next to nothing, so it's usually sports games that stick it out to the very end. In the case of J League Winning Soccer, well, this one's weird. This is the last Famicom game by Electronic Arts. They burst onto the platform in 1994 with J League Winning Soccer. Wait a second. Yeah, I don't know why they decided that the penultimate game on the system was the perfect time to enter a platform. The box and cartridge label do carry the EA Sports logo though, so I guess it's in the game. EA's first soccer game was released just 6 months prior to this as well, so this was still early days for them. J League Winning Soccer was released just a few weeks after the start of the second J League season. The launch of that first season was a huge success in Japan, but the bloom came off the rose pretty quickly, and so this game's coming out right as it's clear that the soccer bubble has burst there. J League Winning Goal offers 2 different modes of play: an exhibition match where you just pick out 2 teams and have them go at it, and league play where you play out a whole season. Because even if you set the games to their shortest length, that would take a long time. League mode has 3 battery save slots so that you can store your progress. On the field, B kicks high, A kicks low. As a rule, if there's someone in that general direction that you're aiming when you kick, you'll try to pass it to them. They don't have to be dead on that direction. You'll aim a little offset specifically at them, which actually makes passing up and down the field very easy. In these soccer games, I'm used to one player driving back and forth on the field the whole distance, but here you really do need to pass it to your teammates. If you don't have the ball, then A does a sliding kick to try to steal it, and anybody who's been kicked is probably on the ground for a little while. And those are all the game mechanics. It is just soccer after all. There is something different about J League Winning Goal though. This game is hyperactive. The ball's constantly shooting up and down the field, control is constantly switching, and you'll rarely go more than 15 seconds without somebody taking a shot on goal. Unfortunately, if you're playing against the computer, it's a total pushover. While there wasn't any one single strategy that would always win, it wasn't that hard to get into a position where the goalie just couldn't keep up with the ball. Another problem with the game is everyone really locks into their positions. If something isn't happening right on top of them, they'll go back to their spot on the field and stand there. You do have the option to switch up who's playing in what position, but as far as I can tell, there's no stats in the game, so it's just changing names around. It's also really hard to catch up with the ball. You can hit B when you don't have the ball to switch which player you're controlling, but you're cycling through your entire team, not just players that are on the screen. It can take 8 or 9 button pushes before you're controlling the player that you want, and by then, the opportunity has already passed. There are some options here. You can change how long the game plays for, and you can change the difficulty level. I was playing on normal, but there is a hard difficulty that actually puts up a little bit more of a fight. In Japan, J League Winning Goal is known for one thing, and that's being the second to last Famicom game. Beyond that, nobody had anything to say about it. I'm kind of iffy on the game myself. It's a very light, arcade take on the sport, with just enough added detail to give it the sensation of soccer. I can't say I didn't have a good time while I was playing it, but I definitely don't see myself wanting to play out a full season. I do think that J League Winning Goal would work really well with 2 players. The weak goalkeeping would matter a lot less with a second human. You'll wind up with some scores that are 7-8, but that just means you had an exciting match. I think I'd put J League Winning Goal down as a decent, but not outstanding soccer game. If someone asked to play against me, I'd go, sure. I probably wouldn't regularly pop this one in myself.